Hey everyone, just want to give you a quick update. It's now 7:30, so it's been, I don't know, half hour, a little over a half hour. I think 45 minutes maybe since I've had the chip. And it's all but gone now, the spicy chip. Uh, my tongue is still a little bit blue, but not very. I haven't had anything to drink or eat. Still have the milk. I haven't even opened it yet. Um, So I just wanted to give you an update. It took about 15 minutes for the spiciness to kind of wear off, and there's a little bit left over. I can still kind of taste in the background, but nothing major. It was good. It wasn't wonderful. I still recommend those other chips that I was telling you about in the previous video. So I wanted to let y'all know I'm alive and well, and uh, well, there will be more videos, but probably not of the one chip challenge. What I want to do, I'll do a quick reiteration. I want to do a show where people can call in, and we're going to talk about stuff that isn't that, it's important to people, but it's not important in the grand scheme of things. Things like Star Wars. Do you like the prequels or the sequels? And I'm going to go out on a limb right now because I know how many people can't seem to let this rest, especially on Facebook lately. I've been seeing this. I personally like the sequels, the episodes 7, 8, and 9. I will go on record as saying I like them, and I still don't like most of the prequels. I like episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, I think is one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Not just in the Star Wars franchise, anywhere, okay? I would rather watch Batman and Robin than The Phantom Menace. Okay, I would rather watch the Halle Berry Catwoman movie. I would rather watch Geely or however you say it than watch The Phantom Menace. It's that bad. I know there are plenty of people who like it. I have no problem with that. If you like it, I am not knocking your tastes. I am glad that you find more enjoyment out of it than I do. But I also want people like that, people like you who like Phantom Menace, call in, tell me what you like about it. But the point of the show is not to convince me, and it's not for me to convince you that you're wrong. I don't want to make a show where people are trying to convince each other of anything. I want to make a show where you can get your point across, and I can get my point across, and we can come across the table and shake hands, or figuratively speaking, because you're not going to be here. I want us to be able to reconcile the fact that we have different tastes and that it's okay. Because originally my idea was to make this a political show, but I don't feel qualified to talk about politics. Maybe I am as much as anyone, but I don't want to make it a political show. I just don't. I feel that's bigger than me, and those are real world problems that need to be solved. And no one has all of the answers, even though everyone thinks they do. And there's just too much. I don't want to do politics. Talking about movies and video games and sci-fi and fiction, books, these are things that are important to people, but they're not life-changing important, and they don't impact a ton of people. And I think people have forgotten that you can like Star Wars Episode 1 and I can like Star Wars Episode 8, and it's not a personal affront. I'm not doing anything that should offend you just because you like Episode 1 and you don't like Episode 8, and vice versa. The fact that you like Episode 1 does not bother me in the slightest. And I want people who have had trouble with that, I want them to understand and watch my show and see what it is that I like about the sequels. And I mean, that's not the only thing we'll talk about. I'd also like to talk about the pros and cons of Star Wars versus Star Trek, or Alien versus Aliens. I mean, they're very different movies, but in the same franchise, or even Aliens versus Predator, or, the franchises separately or the ones that they put them together. I want to discuss these, and these are important to people who are really into it. Harry Potter, there's a ton of stuff to talk about Harry Potter. Books versus the movies. I'm going to go, here's another unpopular opinion. For the most part, I agree with everyone that the books are better, but there is a couple of things in the movies that I think the movies did better than the books. Come at me, but don't I just want you to be respectful. I'll be respectful to you. So that's what my show is going to be about. Anyway, I don't want to bore you. That's what I want to do. Please get the word out. If you like the idea, if you like the channel, please hit the subscribe button, and there's a bell, I guess, that lets you know when I'm putting out new videos. I'm still kind of new at this, and hopefully I can get this show started soon. I am putting together a Discord, and I'm going to have some people moderate it so that people will be able to call in during my live stream. So one of the things that I will do once I have people following me is I want to come up with a time when I can do the live stream when most people will know that I'm going to be on, so they can tune in at the same time. That way they can call in while I'm live streaming. So if you have any thoughts about this, please feel free to post them in the comments. If you don't like what I'm saying, again, I don't mind you saying it in the comments, but as long as you're doing it in a respectful way. If you're going to troll me or say what a awful person I am because I like episode 8, then you've already lost the argument, and I'm not even going to dignify with an answer. Okay, you've missed the point of my show completely. But if you're here to talk about it respectfully, then I welcome anything you have to say. I'll talk to you soon, and be good to each other. I don't know. I got to come up with a catchphrase. I'll talk to you soon.